Well, I have been very diligent with my spending, and I knew I had a couple $100 that I can invest, but I just didn't know where to start and how to start investing. And I'm sure those are the questions that a lot of people are facing, especially those who are just starting on their financial journey. And I've been looking up to some of the financially successful people to see how they started and what are their advices for beginner investors. And today I want to share my findings with you. Hello, my name is Lana. I'm a full-time mom. I have a full-time job and a side hustle, and I've been working in finance area for over 10 years. On this channel, I'm sharing some of the tips that can help you succeed financially and in life in general. And today I want to talk about how to get started with investing. And before we get started, I just want to do a little disclaimer. I am not a financial advisor, and I'm just sharing my research that helped me to understand the market, the funds, investing, everything. So my hope that it's going to help you to understand the market as well and different ways of investing. When I started learning about investing, I very quickly became aware of Warren Buffett, one of the richest person in the world. Many people adore him, and I'm not surprised. Warren Buffett is one of the most successful investors of all time. He lives a very frugal lifestyle, and he credits his success to sticking to few of the basic principles. And the good thing is that he is sharing those principles with us so we can follow them as well. And here are a few of them. Invest in low-cost index funds. Keep buying through thick and thin, and especially through thin. American business is going to be fine over time. So investment universe will do very well. Start early. Keep a long-term view. Don't bet on individual stocks. The trick is not to buy the right company. The trick is to essentially buy all of the big companies through S&P 500 and do it consistently and do it in a very low cost way. So my question is what is S&P 500 and how to invest there? I'm gonna try my best to break it down for you. S&P 500 is a stock market index made up of shares of 500 large industry leading US companies. An index is a measure of its underlying stock's performance, so you cannot directly invest in the index just because it is a measure. But how to invest in that S&P 500? Well, there are a couple ways that you can do it. You can directly buy stocks of some of those 500 companies, or you can invest in an index fund. Index fund is an investment fund that tracks a specific collection of assets called an index, and it consists of stocks, bonds, and other assets and commodities such as gold. S&P 500 is a measure, it's an index, but under that index we do have all those large 500 companies where you can directly invest, or we have those index funds. There are two types of index funds. There are mutual funds sponsored by mutual companies, and there are ETF funds sponsored by ETF companies. There are huge difference between those index funds. So mutual funds, they tend to be less tax efficient. At the end of the year, many mutual funds a taxable gain distribution, while ETFs do not. So mutual funds, they have a lower expense ratio, but over a long term, they tend to be more expensive because they are more actively managed, while ETFs are passively managed. So even though it may look like ETFs are a better way of investing, it really depends where you're investing. If we're talking about the retirement plan for a 1K, I believe you can only invest with mutual index funds there. Right now, I just want to give you a couple examples of mutual index funds and ETF funds. When you actually look for the index fund for S&P 500, if you see a fund that has 5 digits, that's going to be a mutual fund, and 3 digits is going to be ETF fund. Fidelity 500 Index Fund. Expense ratio is 0.015%. So that means that for every $10,000 investment, you will pay $1.50 expense annually. Another great mutual fund is Fidelity Zero Large Cap Index Fund, and the expense ratio is 0%. Another great example is Schwab S&P 500 Index Fund with the expense ratio of 0.02%. Some of the ETF index funds are iShares Core S&P 500 ETF, and the expense ratio is 0.03%. Another great one is the Vanguard S&P 500 ETF with the expense ratio of 0.03%. And the last one that I want to share, I think, is called SPDR, S&P 500 ETF index fund with the expense ratio of 0.095%, meaning that for every $10,000 investment, you will pay $9.50 annually. I really hope that you understand S&P 500 more right now after this short video, and I want to walk you through how you actually can start investing there. So I invest through public.com, and actually you can sign up for public using my link below and get a free stock. And from there you can just go to the search bar and type 3 digits of your ETF fund where you want to invest, and there you will see an option of buying um, just one time or buying constantly monthly for a specific amount. And this is how I just started investing in the low cost index fund. I really hope that you enjoyed this video and you have more understanding of S&P 500 index and how to invest there. Please don't forget to like this video and subscribe to my channel to receive some more of those tips that can help you succeed financially and in life in general. See you next week. Bye. Hey guys, I just wanted to add very quickly that I am having a huge swimwear sale on my Poshmark account of buy one get one free of already discounted pieces. So make sure to check that out and get your pieces.